If there was a road leading you to hell, would you take it? Well, if it was the only road to get home, you wouldn't have much of a choice. This is the Tizi and Tizi Pass, an incredibly dangerous road in Morocco that sits high up in the Atlas Mountains. The road is infamous with a history of accidents, and daredevils who test their luck here often don't make it out alive. Some believe the road is cursed by a spirit known as Zara, whose screams can be heard echoing through the mountains. But how did she come to be there? Join me today as we discuss the horrifying tale of the Guardian of Tizi. And we begin our story during a time when the Atlas Mountains were virtually untouched by modern civilization. The region had been inhabited by humans for thousands of years, but it wasn't until very recently that the landscape was drastically altered. Before the construction of the Tizi and Tizi Pass, the local tribes would travel through the mountains using a more southerly route, which was far less treacherous. However, due to France colonizing Morocco, the need for a quicker route between Marrakesh and the Sahara became necessary. And so, in 1926, work began on the Tizi and Tizi Pass, which cut through the highest point in the Atlas Mountains. For the workers who constructed the road, it was backbreaking labor. Their tools were primitive and the terrain treacherous. But by 1930, the road was complete, snaking through the mountains over 1,600 meters above sea level. But there are always rumors about a ghost who haunts the roads of Morocco. So let us tell you the story of the most haunted road in Morocco and find out what really goes on up there. But before we do, make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Not long after the road opened, there were reports of cars disappearing, never to be seen again. There were also stories of bodies turning up along the road, having seemingly fallen from nowhere. All of this led to speculation that the area was cursed, and it soon became common knowledge that anyone who used the road would risk becoming a victim of the curse themselves. According to legend, the road cuts across an ancient burial ground, and whoever disturbs the ground there will suffer a terrible fate. And that's not all. There are rumors that the spirits of those who died during the construction of the road still linger here, searching for revenge. Another story that adds to the mystery of the cursed road is that of a local girl who fell in love with a young French soldier stationed nearby. Their love was forbidden, however, and when the girl's father found out about the relationship, he banished her from the village. Heartbroken, she wandered into the mountains and was never seen again. Some believe that her spirit now haunts the road, warning travelers of the dangers ahead. These stories and others like them have created an atmosphere of fear and superstition surrounding the road. Many locals believe that anyone who travels on the road does so at their own risk. After all, how many lives has the road taken? Let's go back to the present day. Drivers and passengers who travel the road often speak of strange occurrences that they've experienced firsthand. Some say they've seen apparitions standing at the roadside, while others claim to have witnessed unexplained accidents. Others still insist that they've felt a sudden drop in temperature or heard disembodied voices warning them to turn back. Despite these chilling tales, though, many continue to use the road, perhaps out of necessity or perhaps simply out of curiosity. After all, who wouldn't want to test their luck on the most haunted road in the world? Before we move on, we're going to play a little game. Let us know in the comments right now, what do you think is the scariest part of this story so far? Is it the thought of driving down a road and seeing a ghostly apparition standing at the side? Or perhaps the idea of feeling a sudden drop in temperature as you pass an ancient burial ground? Whatever it is, let us know down below. We love reading your comments. But now, let's delve into the even darker depths of this chilling tale. Some have even claimed to see the ghost of the young French soldier who died protecting her from harm. Whether these stories are true or simply the product of an overactive imagination, they've contributed to the growing legend of the cursed road. In recent years, the story of the cursed road has become a popular tourist attraction, with many people visiting specifically to experience the spine-tingling atmosphere for themselves. But perhaps it's best to heed the warnings of those who have gone before and leave this particular journey to the brave of heart. After all, who knows what dangers may lie in wait for those who dare to disturb the spirits that call this road home? What actually happens on the road is anybody's guess. But there are some things you should definitely avoid doing if you ever find yourself traveling down a dark and lonely road like this one. First and foremost, never, ever stop your car unless absolutely necessary. If you do need to stop, pull off the road as far as possible and turn on your hazard lights to alert other drivers of your presence. Also, keep your doors locked and your windows rolled up. You never know who or what might be lurking outside in the darkness. Secondly, avoid making loud noises or using your cell phone. This can not only startle any animals that may be hiding nearby, but it can also attract unwanted attention from potential predators. Thirdly, make sure to travel with a companion. If you're alone in a car and something does happen, you won't have anyone to help you. Finally, trust your instincts. If you get a bad feeling about a certain road or area, just keep driving until you find a well-lit, populated place. It's better to be safe than sorry. So if you ever find yourself driving down a deserted road late at night, make sure to follow these tips. You never know what dangers might be lurking in the shadows, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Now that you know all about the haunted road, we're going to reveal a story that takes place on the road. It's about a truck driver named Labe who was driving a truck full of goods down the road. As he approached the tight twisting curves, he could see the ghostly figure of a woman standing on the side of the road. She was wearing a long white dress and her hair was flowing in the wind. Despite his fear, he couldn't help but feel a sense of pity for the woman. So he pulled over and got out of his truck to try to help her. But as he approached, he realized that she was no ordinary woman. Her skin was as white as snow and her eyes were glowing a faint green, and then she spoke. Her voice was like nails on a chalkboard, and she said, "You must take me with you." Horrified, Labi refused and tried to run back to his truck, but the woman reached out and grabbed him, dragging him into the darkness. Labi struggled against her, but her grip was like iron, and as he looked into her glowing green eyes, he knew that he was doomed. The last thing he remembered was the sound of her laughter echoing in his ears as she dragged him deeper into the shadows. As the sun began to rise, the locals started to search for Labi. They found his truck abandoned on the side of the road, but there was no sign of the driver. Some believe that the woman had lured him away from the road and into the mountains, where he'll never be seen again. Others say that she simply dragged him to his death, using his body to fuel her own dark powers. Whatever the truth may be, Labi's disappearance serves as a warning to those who dare to travel on the cursed road. Now it's your turn. Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen one? Let us know in the comments below. We love reading your stories. And if you want to hear more spooky tales, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. Thanks for watching.